again. Okay. The Golden Sayings of Epictetus. 23. Petrification is of two sorts. There is petrification of the understanding and also the sense of shame. This happens when a man obstinately refuses to acknowledge plain truths and persists in maintaining what is self-contradictory. Most of us dread mortification of the body and would spare no pains to escape anything of that kind. But of mortification of the soul, we are utterly heedless. With regard indeed to the soul, if a man is in such a state as to be incapable of following or understanding anything, I grant you we do think him in a bad way, but mortification of the sense of shame and modesty we go so far as to dub strength of mind. 24. If we were as intent upon our own business as the old fellows at Rome are upon what interests them, we too might perhaps accomplish something. I know a man older than I am, now superintendent of the corn market at Rome, and I remember when he passed through this place on his way back from exile, what an account he gave me of his former life. He claimed that for the future, once home again, his only care should be to pass his remaining years in quiet and tranquility. For how few years I have left, he cried. That, I said, you will not do. But the moment the scent of Rome is in your nostrils, you will forget it all. And if you can but gain admission to court, you will be glad enough to elbow your way in, and thank God for it. Epictetus, he replied, if ever you find me setting as much as 1 foot within the court, think what you will of me. Well, as it was, what did he do? Ere ever he entered the city, he was met by a dispatch from the emperor. He took it and forgot the whole of his resolution. From that moment he has been piling one thing upon another. I should like to be beside him, to remind him of what he said when passing this way, and to add how much better a prophet I am than you. What then? Do I say man is not made for an active life? Far from it. But there is great difference between other men's occupations and ours. A glance at theirs will make it clear to you. All day long they do nothing but calculate, contrive, consult how to wring their profit out of foodstuffs, farm plots, and the like. Whereas I entreat you to learn what the administration of the world is, and what place of being endowed with reason holds therein, to consider what you are yourself, and wherein your God and evil consists. 25. A man asked me to write to Rome on his behalf, who, as most people thought, had met with misfortune, for having been before wealthy and distinguished, but had afterwards lost all and was living here. So I wrote about him in a humble style. He, however, on reading the letter, returned it to me with words, I ask for your help, not for your pity. No evil has happened unto me. 26. True instruction is this, to learn to with that each thing should come to pass as it does. And how does it come to pass? As the disposer has disposed it. Now he has disposed that there should be summer and winter, and plenty of dearth, and vice and virtue, and all such opposites for the harmony of the whole. 27. Have this thought ever present with thee. When thou losest any outward thing, what thou gainest in its stead, and if this be the more precious, say not, I have suffered loss. 28. Concerning the gods, there are who deny the very existence of the Godhead. Others say that it exists, but neither bestirs nor concerns it, nor has forethought for anything. A third party attribute to it existence and forethought, but only for great and heavenly matters, not for anything that is on earth. A fourth party admit things on earth as well as in heaven, but only in general and not with respect to each individual. A fifth of whom were Ulysses and Socrates are those that cry, I move not without thy knowledge. 29. Considering all these things, the good and true man submits his judgment to him that administers the universe, even as good citizens as the law of the state, and that as being instructed should come to thus minded. How may I in all things follow the gods, and how may I rest satisfied with the divine administration, and how may I become free? For he is free for whom all things come to pass, according to his will, and when none can hinder. What then is freedom? Madness? God forbid, for madness and freedom exist not together, but I wish all that I desire to come to pass, and in the manner that I desire. You are mad, you are beside yourself. I know you not that freedom is glorious thing and of great worth, but that what I desired at random, I should with at random to come to pass, as far from being noble, may well be exceeding base. 30. You must know that it is no easy thing for principle to become man's own, unless each day he maintains it and hear it maintained, as well as work it out in life. 31. You are not impatient and hard to please, if alone you call it solitude. If in the company of men you dub them conspirators and thieves, and find fault with your very parents, children, brothers, and neighbors, whereas when by yourself you should have called it tranquility and freedom, and therein deemed yourself like unto the gods. And when in the company of many you should not have called it wearisome crowd and tumult, but as assembly and a tribunal, and thus accept all with contentment. 32. What then is the chastisement of those who accept it not? To be as they are. Is any discontented with being alone? Let him be in solitude. In any discontented with his parents, let him be a bad son and lament. Is any discontented with his children? Let him be a bad father. Throw him in prison. What prison? Where he is already, for he is there against his will, and wherever a man is against his will, that to him is a prison. Thus Socrates was not in prison, since he was there with his own consent. Okay, I will stop there. I will start again on 32. Okay, thank you.